First Alert Weather Severe Weather Update.
All right, good Friday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Jonathan Condra here. It is 2:36. We're tracking showers and thunderstorms across the Sooner State. Now, the storms that we were expecting to come in from the southwest have really slowed down, but we've actually had new development right over OKC from the Village, north central OKC into Edmond and South Edmond. We actually have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to go until 3:15. What can you expect with this storm? This storm is actually right over KOCO. So that's our live radar, and something called the cone of silence. Radar does not look up. So that's just a hole because the storm is literally on top of KOCO 5 News. So we're getting heavy downpours right now. Now, one thing that I am seeing with the storm, it looks like it has some signatures, not anything strong, but it has a sign that, there's a little bit of inflow into it, a little bit of rotation. Now, does that mean it's going to produce a tornado? We have a lot of shear out there. It doesn't have a tornado tag. It's not tornado warned, but what I'm seeing here at least is getting a little bit more organized. So that could mean some bigger hail, and it could be a little bit more robust. So we're going to have to watch that. So there's I-44 and the Broadway extension. So from Penn Square Mall north up the Broadway extension all the way up to the Kilpatrick Turnpike, all right, from the Village. And then east, so about Britton Road all the way up to the Turnpike towards Frontier City. There's 10 lightning strikes with that storm. It is moving northeast at about 30 miles an hour. Again, as of now, it is warned for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So it's going to be, we're just minutes away from Oklahoma Christian University, Frontier City, Memorial High School at 2:45, University of Central Oklahoma 2:48, and then Arcadia Lake at about 2:52, about 3 a.m. for Lake Hiawassee, and then Arcadia about 3 a.m. Okay, so it's moving to the northeast. We're going to watch that really closely. All right, that's the only warning that I have right now. If we look at velocity, I don't see strong signature with the velocity field, but again, in reflectivity, I can see there's some inflow into it. There's some other cells that have, there's a couple other storms that have popped up, one near Luther, one near Wellston. Those aren't strong or severe. There's another one back to the west. If you notice on the left-hand side of the screen here, our crews are out. We have Michael Armstrong, we have Shane Helton, we have meteorologist Steve Carano. They're out there tracking these storms. They're going to walk them through the state. It even doesn't matter if it's 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning. Actually, they've been out since 2 yesterday afternoon. Anyways, there's a cell right there, Calumet, Hinton, and down towards Coger. These are, I would say, heavy storms, but not quite severe. And then there's more rain developing down to our south, a big area from Anadarko all the way down to Lawton and Elgin and back to the east. And so what I think we're going to see is, some storms over OKC popping up. That line of storms that we expected to come into southwestern Oklahoma was really turned to the right. So I don't think we're going to see a big line of wind coming into OKC. I think we'll get isolated severe storms just developing right overhead. Let's go to the watch here. Had a severe thunderstorm watch for southwestern Oklahoma until 4 a.m. I'm not sure, we don't issue the watches, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new watch, either an extension of this or a new one issued right through central Oklahoma. I don't think it will be a tornado watch. I think it'll be a severe thunderstorm watch, okay? So rain chances basically from now to 10 a.m. are very high along and south of I-44. And then as we go into the afternoon, there's actually a chance that storms would redevelop right over OKC. It's a marginal risk for the metro, so extremely isolated. I'd say between 3 and 5 o'clock, those storms would pop up, and then as they would move to the east, they'd be more numerous and maybe severe. Okay, so that's the latest information. We're tracking these storms very carefully. You're going to see me throughout the morning. Chief Meteorologist Dame Lane, he's also here. He's on standby. We're just watching these storms quickly. So as they change, we'll bring you the first alert.